Hello everyone, welcome to my kitchen. Normally my piano is over in like a super kind of dark corner of my apartment, so I thought I'd move it over to here. Better lighting for this really cool new project. We're just starting today. We get to see the brand new beginnings of a piece starting from the blank page. I know everyone likes to talk about the blank page and how scary it is, so here we are. I'm not afraid of the blank page. This is good fun. I'm really excited. This new project is actually going to be working with Art Beyond the Ink, logo here maybe. Art Beyond the Ink, Rebecca and Emily. We were all at Manus together, and since we've graduated, they've just been doing some amazing things within the arts education space. They teach these beautiful classes in public schools and libraries, and they have other programs too. You should check them out. I'll put their website somewhere, Art Beyond the Ink. They're really fantastic, and this project we're working on is a class that combines a piece of music and storytelling. So they take a narrative story that they come up with the kids that are participating in the class, and then they take a piece of music and they separate out little bits of like motifs or some certain sounds within the piece, and they attach them to this storyline. And so you get this sort of combination of a narrative and a piece of music. They play the piece by itself as it's, in the whole thing, and then they do the story. That's my understanding of it. It should be really cool. And so, yeah, I'm writing a new piece. I've decided to write a saxophone quartet for this piece. So I know I have a lot of saxophone players in my friend group. So here we are. I'm coming for you. This is Saxophone Quartet, about 4 to 6 minutes, I'm thinking, in that range. And yeah, we're getting going. Here we are, the blank page. So my ideas for the piece. I have this sense that I want it to be kind of animalistic. I've had this sound in my head for some time of this sort of melodic, I don't even want to say structure, but it's a very active, rhythmically active, somewhat chromatic, but with harmony plugged in there way of writing these lines. Now, they can stack on top of each other, but what I'm hearing in my head is these sort of solo lines that kind of weave in and out of each other. So the first thought, and it's not an original one, of course, goes to bird song and this idea of, this calling of different birds back and forth in the forest, and that would work, of course, with a children's theme, right? Something kind of zoo related. I don't know. That's all I need to know right now. This is the blank page. We're just getting started. So yeah, let me play a little bit. I'm not a pianist. I'm really terrible at piano. I play major chords and that's it. That's what we do. I'm gonna do my best. So my initial idea, we have 2 alto saxes, a tenor, and a bari sax. Now, those saxes are in 3 different key signatures. I'm not going to write them in 3 different keys. I'm actually not even going to transpose the lines that I'm writing here. So over here on the page, make sure we're on, okay. Over here on the page, I'm going to keep everything in C, because my interest is in this variation of melodies. So what I'm going to do is try to write down a bunch of different lines and see kind of how we can get some variance within them. Then we can decide who plays them, what order they go in, that kind of thing. So this is some kind of, we could call it pre-composition, right? That would be the academic term. Although I wouldn't say this is really pre-composition. I mean, if you know what it is, this isn't, set theory or anything. We're just coming up with some different kinds of variation. I'm exploring the sound of this piece a little bit. I hear it in my head and I really can't play it at all. I think there's a lot of 6s involved. So I have this idea of the 6th interval, right, bouncing up and down. But in general, I think I want all of these lines to be descending. All lines descend. On the way down, we have major 6s and 3rds. Let's include both. these fun little like filament grace note ideas. Which again, we're kind of going to the bird song situation. I don't know how attached we'll be to the bird song because it is super unoriginal. Like Messiaen, every Japanese composer, like bird song, we get it. But you know, it's obvious for a reason. But these could be any animal calls. We could make it more generally, you know, through like a one word, maybe abstract kind of title. We can bring it out in some other way. So let me write down some of this. I'm starting on F here, where this is treble. And these are the notes I'm playing. And I'm just putting them down. I'm sure there will be more. My hope is that as these lines descend, they also transpose. And that's something that sometimes I can figure out at the piano. I do a couple of tricks in Finale, you know, the transpose feature, to explore a little bit easier than my hands let me explore at the keyboard, if that makes sense. My technique just isn't there. I can't play everything in every key, but I hear things in a lot of different keys. And I love movement between different keys. Doesn't always equate to what I can do at the piano, but I'm working on it. I might be hitting up someone for piano lessons. Watch out. So we have this. And then eventually maybe we can do like something more distant. And this could even be the tenor. I mean, we're kind of getting now really into the tenor range as well. And then I think I do want maybe the G sharp here with the B. And we also have now these instances of, or sorry, excuse me. Right, with our, these are the major thirds, or the thirds that are happening, the resultant thirds. So here's our major sixth, third, major sixth, third, right? I like intervals. Intervals are great. Intervals are the building blocks of all harmony and most melodies too. So it's, you know, it's important to think about. And in this case, I'm really thinking of a kind of melody that works off of interval play plus rhythm. We haven't gotten to rhythm yet, right? But we're just exploring my conception of these sixth and third. I like this one too, and then we can kind of slip. Yeah, exploring the grace note idea a bit. I don't know how well that articulated thing will work on saxophone. I mean, of course they can do it, but is it really a saxophone-y thing? Not really. It's more of a piano-y thing or a percussive thing. It works well with the idea of birdsong. Maybe we get away with just having more notes. Yeah, I think... That's not too bad. I mean, I think the E should return, maybe as a resting point. And I like my little glisses too. I want to maybe open with this. We'll call it this for now. I do a lot of singing. I'm a terrible singer, but composing, I find that often my voice really comes out when I literally use my voice to compose. It's a weird thing, but It works for me. So that's what we have so far. Those are our notes. So the question now becomes, how do we augment that? And I was exploring some harmonic. I like the B here too, because we're eventually going to E, right? So maybe it's actually situating more on the B triad and another triplet here. So something like that. Oh, okay. I kind of love that. Okay. Ba-dee-da-da, ba-dee-da-da-dee-da-dee. The C sharp, though. So not giving the B. Oh, sorry. Just as important is a good eraser, you know, along with your pencil. I won't go on and on about the pencil thing. Some composers will, though. Don't ask a composer about their pencil. You'll find how weirdo we are pretty quick with the pencil selection. Okay. Yeah, that C sharp is the killer, because then we have that momentum to kind of keep moving down. I think that can actually be like the first statement of this melody. Ba-dee-da, ba-dee-da, dee-da-dee-da-dee. What did I just sing? So two of these. Another bird call situation, you know, they repeat like wider intervals even. Dia, 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 dia. Right. So this is what I mean. You can kind of emulate that animal sound, but also more harmony can sneak in. And I think that's the sound I'm actually hearing, is like you can hide some transposition within these grace notes, within some of these figures that you're listening to. Again, not original. Messiaen is calling, he's saying, "Shut up, you're barking up the wrong tree." LOL. Okay. Actually, no, wait. That's what I want. So B, E, G sharp, C sharp. You'll notice that this is kind of slow. And yeah, that's composing, especially at the start. It should be slow. You should take your time. And I have been thinking about this piece for a couple of days. I never just start right away. Normally an idea comes to me and I have to sleep on it. I got to walk around with it. I have to hum it a couple times. And now I think I sort of see what the piece wants to be. But yeah, inspiration rarely happens here. This is where I come with a bit of something already cooking, you know. G sharp, C sharp, and now D. And this D is what takes us to a new place. Although I have the idea of restarting, so we could call this half of it. So the question is, this first one, where do we want to stop it? I think we'll just accept that like this is going to happen. These two A's here, which I'm a fan of as well. Da-dee, ba-ba-bee. And maybe the whole point is this Okay, that feels good. I think this is probably a good stopping point for the video. I don't want these to get crazy long. Thank you all so much for watching. I can't wait to keep going. Rebecca and Emily, Art Beyond the Ink, your whole community, thank you so much for welcoming me. I hope you like what you just heard. This is the start of the piece. The blank page is no longer blank. We did it. We put something down. Okay, great. Have a great day. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you later.